Oh, this is tough. Where do I start? I made a short last night about police and stuff around, and something wasn't right out in the countryside, 3 miles from where I live, but right where my nephew lives, and got a lot more information, the truth. Yeah, I knew something wasn't correct yesterday afternoon when I drove by the wood duck special use and refuge area in Stanton County, and there was a vehicle I'd seen before, like a 2000 silver brown super clean car sitting in a little park lot into the refuge area right off the gravel road. And I'd seen it there last week once sitting. And my nephew lives right adjacent to the wood duck refuge area, farms, and right, the road goes this way, his home is this side, the refuge area is that side, and he noticed that vehicle had been driving by that car. I think it looked like, I don't know, it looked like a 2001 Chevrolet Impala. But I don't know, I didn't get close enough. It's just like, but yeah, it just didn't fit. It was too clean. And he had seen it drive by his home on the road in front of his home like every other day for the past 10 days. Wow, this is tough. This is tough. You think I'm not? No, this is tough. And yesterday afternoon, he noticed something strange, and apparently a neighbor noticed something strange. The vehicle was, they heard a gunshot, okay? They heard a gunshot, and someone called in and said, yeah, and there's this strange vehicle sitting in his parking lot. Small, it's super clean. I drove right by it on the way home to talk to my nephew about getting my rent payments for the land he rents for me this year. Went, yeah, just it don't fit in, and I've seen it before. Super clean, Madison County plates, registered everything, super clean, out in the middle of the country in a wildlife area, protected wildlife area. Super clean, and driving around, it's like, and just sitting there, it didn't fit in. Well, apparently, other people that live right around there notice that too. I don't know the total facts, but here are the total facts I do know. One of my very, very close friends and my nephew that lives right there, and I live 3 miles away, but they come visit me all the time. One of my very close friends was brutally planned, stalked, and murdered blindside, murdered at very close range with a 12-gauge shotgun while enjoying the wonderful afternoon sunshine, chilling and hanging. My friend was one of my bald eagle friends that live here. We have 5 that live between the 3 miles of my nephew's home on the river. They nest right on the river. Their nest for the past 6 years are 100 yards from his house, okay, on the river. The news actually states, oh man, I made videos about my eagles and my friends. They're not real good, but I made them. They're a protected endangered species, and we finally have some around here again. They were casing the frickin' AO for 10 days to murder, if not one, if more bald eagles. They got busted. The complaint, a phone call to the sheriff's department in the afternoon yesterday. They came upon that vehicle in the park lot, but there was nobody there. But because the gunshot, there's Canadian geese everywhere. There was like 900 Canadian geese walking across the road and stuff, hanging out. Okay, you got to remember this. Like 900 to 1,000 right in this area. You could go 2 feet and poach a freaking Canadian goose standing on the ground. You could kill them with a slingshot. There were that many right there. They murdered my friend Bald Eagle, one of them. They stalked him. First degree murder stalked my eagle friend and blew him right out of a fucking tree with a 12 gauge at 10 feet below him, maybe 20. The police showed up because the vehicle, it was still daylight, it was like 4:45. We were watching from my nephew's home, 1/8 of a mile up to right there in front, there they are. And they looked in the vehicle, they found the vehicle, they checked it out. And there was no people around the vehicle, but they looked in the windows of the vehicle. There is one murdered bald eagle laying on the back seat of the fucking car. Okay? So they hung out and they had 2 or 3 more police vehicles. Sheriffs came by. And I don't know, it was starting to get a little darker then. Apparently, 2 culprits with the news reels say it, on the radio. Just, they're covering it up now. 2 humans in their mid-20s, foreign nationals from Honduras, guaranteed illegals, somehow had access to someone that had a legally licensed frickin' vehicle, because it even states in the news reports I can put a link to, they got fined for no driver's license because they don't even have green cards. They came up from the border through Biden's open border stuff, and they're all around here. They murdered the bald eagle right out of a tree with a 12-gauge shotgun. The news reports say it's a rifle. I have inside information with all kinds of reliable sources. No, it was a 12-gauge shotgun. They murdered that one bald eagle, and they had that one in the back seat of their vehicle, and they were out crawling around, sneaking around in the wood duck area to try to murder and get another one. And their explanation was they're going to eat that bald eagle, which is truth, but they're spinning it so, and then they're hiding all this already because illegal foreigners up here murdering our bald eagles that are endangered species. Here's the kicker. They're going to eat it. They're going to eat that bald eagle between the 2 of them. Well, they got them caught. They caught them when they came back out of the bush and the trees with the gun. They were trying to find another chance to blast another eagle, okay? There's a system here. It wasn't just, but we were going to eat it. They weren't going to eat it because they wanted food. And there's 900 Canadian geese within 3 feet of these people. They could have walked up and just blasted and poached and took home and ate. Hondurans believe if you eat a bald eagle or any animal, even a high-class, awesome animal, such as a bird, the American bald eagle, you eat that bald eagle, you inherit the spirit of that bald eagle. They had one dead one on the back seat of their car. They were out trying to shoot another one. One of them got busted for no driver's license. They got names which I'm sure are not correct. They've been stalking the place for 10 days. They're investigating to see if they have killed more. I had 5, and I hate to say it, but if they killed one of my bald eagles for sure, my friends. I hope it was the younger one. If they murdered Mama or Papa that started the family here 5 years ago, then the whole family will move away and they'll never come back here because they only mate for life. Bald eagles mate for life, keep their same nest where they have their babies. If Mama or Papi, if they killed one of them two, the other one's just going to move away and they won't be back here ever again. They started with 2 that mated and lived right down here 3 miles from my home. If these Honduran scumbag, evil